At 6'1" and 300 pounds, young David was an exterminator who later quit to join the U.S. Navy SEALs when he was only 24. He had no motive or inspiration, so he was living to himself without a purpose. Until one day, he thought to himself that if he passed, would he have fulfilled God's plans for him? To maximize and use the potential God gave him, and to not succeed was his deepest fear. So he had to do something about it. At first, he always refused and did what all people have or still do, is know what to do and not do it. He would just let days go by of doing the same unhealthy, unproductive activities. At this point in time, he said this was one of the lowest point of times in his life. Growing up, he didn't have a mentor or idol in that figure, since he couldn't rely on his father. Growing up, he, his brother, and his mother often lived in fear because of the extreme physical and emotional abuse his alcoholic father would do to the family. So to stand up for himself and his family, he decided to finally start getting healthier and stronger. And did so by joining the U.S. Navy SEALs, which was to be one of his greatest decisions ever. The platoon he was in, he made everyone better and ultimately showed how one and others could be so determined and achieve so much. After he retired in 2015, he started motivational speaking and speaking on his time in the Navy and about the times in his life. In David's eyes, you can't just speak and not do something. So with the motivational speaking, he knew this wasn't it. He started doing the two things he used to hate the most when he was in the Navy and younger, which was swimming and running. He had ran over 60 ultra marathons so far, and usually placing top 5 in all. You can always find him on the internet. Also swimming, since that was the other thing he hated. At the end of all this, David feels that he has fulfilled his life story and the desire to be the best he can, although he'll never be satisfied. He can always be better. Now, he has affected many lives for the better, which was needed in this generation. But not everything was easy for him. He's had many different injuries, just to add to the difficulty, from fracturing his kneecap in the Navy the week before Hell Week to having the disease sickle cell anemia. Even at 59 years of age, you can still catch David running marathons, making books, and motivational speeches today.